Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mission Incredible. We're about ready to play some single solo survival match here on good old Dying Light. One of the things I want to do tonight is I want to show you a neat, simple way to get one of the hardest ones of the regular bounties done. It's honestly pretty easy. I mean, I don't even swing at anything. I don't even shoot anything. I don't do anything. I just stand there. So let's go ahead and get this started so I can show you what I mean. I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to start at the Bright Mountain Tunnel, but I did this one last night. So when I did this one last night, it actually probably threw me in the Bright Mountain Tunnel, which is good. But it might be early in the morning. So I think we're not going to be able to do this like in a short period of time. In other words, I'm going to have to recycle this to another day and back into a night as soon as this thing decides to load its ass up here. Come on, there we go. Alright. So, where are we? We are 2:42 in the morning. Yeah, that's a little bit too close because the nights go by so fast in this game. So we're at the Bright Mountain Tunnel. What are we going to do? We're going to actually leave the Bright Mountain Tunnel where we're at after we go to the Bounty Board. So our trek will be back against this wall where the tunnel is and stay along this back wall. Over here in this little check mark, there is a disaster relief crate under the water. If you decide you want to pick that, that's up to you. Stay along the back of the wall, all the way past the toxic glitching. And then this is the tricky part. You don't want to go down this way. You want to stay along the fence line until you get to the road. And then from the road, it just basically points you in the right direction. You walk or run your buttons down this way and get into the safe house as fast as you can. And no matter how you get there, it's easier just to pole vault over all these guys and just get into the safe house as quick as you can. Throw firecrackers if you need to, if you're too giddy about that. Okay, so that's where we're at. So it's early in the morning still. I don't think we're going to have a chance to finish this in the allotted time they give us. So just get over the wall here real quick and I'll show you the bounty. Okay, bounty board is here. Before we change over, let's go ahead and scroll down here. I think it's most of the way down to the bottom here. I'm looking for one in particular, so you're going to have to give me a couple seconds to find it. Kill enemies. Nope, that's not it. It's basically, it will say evade a pursuit. Yeah, survive a pursuit at night. I believe that is this one. Run, boy, run. We'll see. Yes, it says survive a pursuit at night 4 minutes, which means it's a constant 4 minutes. Okay, that means if they break or you break evasion, the clock starts all over again. And that's a pain in the ass if you're running around and you're pretty close and they just decide to turn around and leave, or you just somehow break that pursuit. So I've tried it at safe houses, and too many of the wild son of the bitches leave. Okay, let's do a safe way. Instead of us having to run all the way out there at night, let's just go ahead and do this one more time. Let's go into the daylight. There is a safe house there, right? So let's do the smart thing. It's daytime now. Let's go ahead and leave this wonderful place. Get up on the wall, get across the pipe here. There's the tunnel. This is the back wall we're going to actually follow here. Grab a weapon that we can run with. And we're running along that back wall like I said. There is the disaster relief crate right there in the water. It's early in the morning, so we have plenty of time to get to where we're going to. We're actually getting to the bag as quick as we can as well. Toxic glitching are just up on these rocks. Pick them as much as you want. You know, you can run back and forth along the road all the way back to the safe house and back to the road and pick hundreds of these things if you need them. For cashola, for experiments, for whatever, you know. Recipes, blueprints, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes you can pick up to 10 or 12 of them. The average is about 8. Okay, so where are we? Again, we are running from the good old Bright Mountain Tunnel, staying along the back. There's the water in the chest under the ground, or I should say the disaster relief crate. Along the back wall here with the graffiti-filled things, there's a little toxic glitching. We just passed the first fence line, and we're going to run straight to the road, and then we're going to bang a hard right. And get right into the safe house right away. So here we go. We're going to go over the top of this real quick so we have less enemies we have to worry about. Pull bite over this guy, pull bite over this guy, and ta-da, we're on the safe house. Alright, so now we're inside. Now we want to go to nighttime, because it says we have to survive a 4-minute pursuit at night, right? Alright, it is dark. Oh, it's raining even, so it gives you a little bit better of effect. So what we're going to end up doing, I'm going to probably have to talk a little bit louder, because it does get awful stinking loud in here. Is I just, honestly, you can blast them, one of them. That will usually typically gets them ornery. Start turning already. There we go. A couple of them. All right, now here's the important part. You don't want to go too far back, but you don't want to go too far forward either. You want to kind of stay away from this area that you're getting up on the fence line. Talking a little bit louder. I'm not sure how loud I have to be because these virals end up getting kind of loud themselves. Especially you got 10 or 15 of them screaming down below. As you can see, the clock underneath the bounty is actually going down. And as long as we stay red for the most part, it's going to be, honestly, this easy. There's nothing else I can talk to you about. So this quest also, or this area also is good for, I think it's killing enemies at night without entering a safe zone. You can basically do the same thing. Just, I use grenades, regular old do-it-yourself grenades, and you can get this done relatively quick as well. The more victims you have on the ground, the better, because sometimes you actually have to throw grenades just to get them to come to a particular spot, right? So you need a lot of victims, you need a lot of grenades. The one that you actually have to throw grenades to kill them, I brought 39, and that was just enough. I think I had one left. One set left. I think I had used all my regular grenades. I used 39 of them. So if we bring 50, that's a good round number. You just got to get here as quick as I did to have as many victims as you can, because I think you got to kill 30 enemies at night with explosives, which is the do-yourself grenades. And sometimes it's going to take 1 to 2 grenades, depending on which angle of the dangle it is and how far they fly and crush their head. And this one here is about as easy. You don't have to do anything at all. Occasionally they may leap onto the pier, swing at you, but then they immediately fall through. As long as you don't fall off this pier or move back too far, it's a done deal. I mean, this is all it takes. As you can see, it's not too difficult, not too hard. It's probably one of the hardest ones if you try to do this out in town, to try to keep somebody on you for a long period of time. The only other way I could think about doing that is if you had a couple volatiles and a couple of these virals at nighttime, and you were just wading in water in one of the canals in city somewhere. This one is just as easy. You can sit down and eat lunch, per se, on doing this. And I recommend doing it right away at the beginning of the night, just so you get the feel of what's going on. Because I think this is going to take the entire night. As soon as it gets near 0, we'll end up looking at the time, nighttime, the actual time on the clock to see how far this actually is. This is a 4-minute quest, and we got 3 diamonds out of 4 as scariness, whatever you want to call it. So we got about a minute left. Yeah, I've done other quests here at night as well, because there's plenty of victims. There's a couple that I have not mastered yet, so, and some of them are like, be the zombie. I'm not really into doing things like that. I'm just like playing a regular old normal person, per se. So I'll probably never do all of these, but as you can see, this one here is stupid, easy, simple quest. Looks scary. They're always running around. Here we go. We got a 4 stinking insanity level bar going here, as in frightening, if you will, supposedly, right? They're surrounding us with all these virals, and we only have 20 seconds left. We haven't even moved. Okay, there we go. One guy hit us. Finally. Trying to knock us off the pier. Still have plenty of them below us to try to come up. I probably moved a little bit forward. Happens probably once every 4 minutes or so, every quest, per se. And there you have it. Pursuit at night. 4-minute pursuit at night. Pretty easy, pretty basic. See, I don't know how many of these are here, so it's very, very difficult to try to shoot them all to prove that, you know. There we go. Well, I was going to say there wasn't any more, but there are more. And with that being said, since there are more coming, and they seem like to want to still come, the faster you shoot them, the more come. Right? So, you know, if the pursuit ever goes back to normal again, like right now, yeah, it's not ever gonna. This guy's freaking. I honestly don't even see anybody. But anyway, well, the long story short version to all that is that you actually see that they do come, and you can get this quest done pretty quick. You end up getting a lot of points for it, and you know it's just like one of these weird ass things where you're capable of doing this with hardly any resistance at all. Another good place to do this is clean up all these bags on the ground, if you will. I'm not sure. You probably do it at nighttime, maybe get a little bit more, you know, bang for your buck. But for the most part, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is one of the areas I like to use a lot. And again, this is Mission Incredible. I'm going to sign off for the Mission Incredible group.